How often do you cheat on your diet?
What would you call cheating? I would say 0% of the time, because I don't have a thought that if I eat a cookie, that's cheating. So if I eat ice cream, did I cheat? If I eat a cookie, did I cheat? I don't have a diet. I eat. And I think that when I design plans for people, I don't call it cheating. I have off meal plans. So for example, if somebody, typically I'll say they're going to eat 3 meals a day plus 1 or 2 snacks. Every meal a day, every meal once a day, I said, you don't have to eat what it says. You can eat anything you want within a certain amount of calories. If you eat more calories than it says, then you eat less snacks. So I don't think of it as cheating. Like, I don't think that anyone on any diet shouldn't eat ice cream. Everyone should be able to eat pizza. There's nothing off limits. I don't do diets where you can't eat a certain food. I don't care if you're dieting for the Mr. Olympia. If I was coaching, and trust me, I've coached competitors, I've coached guys getting pro cards and so on. You want to eat something, you can. It's how much of it you eat. Okay, you want to eat cookies. You're not eating 40. So how often do I cheat? I don't ever cheat, because I don't consider anything that I eat as a cheat, if that makes sense.
How do you eat healthy while you're traveling?
I like to oftentimes go to a store and buy like groceries, and preferably there's a fridge. Now, at the hotel I'm staying at, there's no like special fridge, but almost every single time there would be one, I would go in there and I would get Greek yogurt, I would get chicken, I would get all the things I'm going to eat. I travel with protein bars, and I usually eat like 1 meal a day at a restaurant, but I typically just buy what's available, and I find if you try, you can do it.
Okay, so there's this thing. So me and my housemates, we always joke, because you could go, in theory, to Little Caesars and you could get a pepperoni pizza from there. And I think it's maybe like 2,100 calories for the entire pizza. And it's like 110 grams of protein. If you were to do that and then have a super, super dense protein shake, or maybe you had some non-fat yogurt or just egg whites or something like that to get the rest of your protein goal, and you're still under 2,500 calories by the end of the day, is that fine, or is that
it's fine? But if you do it long term, it's not going to result in the same physique as eating, for example, vegetables, fruits, because you're going to need the nutrients. So for example, you're getting inflammation from foods that aren't as healthy, you're not going to build as much muscle. So we're comparing the perfect healthy diet to a shitty diet, but both get enough protein. They're not going to equally get the same results, because one could have more cortisol, one doesn't let you sleep as well, one has more inflammation. And so even though they're both at the proper calories and you're still going to gain weight or lose weight, one body's healthier than the other.
Is it better or worse to obey your diet perfectly for 10 days and then on the 11th day you eat 5,000 calories?
The opposite of what the other one. The other option that
eat a little bit more a day.
So it's not bad to just have a cheat day where you eat whatever you want.
I think it's horrible to say I'm going to diet strictly for 6 days and then one day is my cheat day, which is what most people have. Like, I'll watch The Rock. It's like, here's my cheat day, and it's like there's that much French toast. Yeah. Or they're like, once a week I go crazy. I'm like, this is stupid. You diet strictly 1,500 calories a day, then you have this 5,000 calorie. Why not take whatever you ate on that 5,000 calorie day, and let's take 500 calories extra and let's spread it out over the week. You shouldn't feel the need to cheat. I don't diet and think I can't wait till Friday where I get to do X. Every day I should get to do X. It should be balanced. If you're feeling like it's not enough, you're not eating enough, then there's something wrong. And when you're a coach and if you have a dieting athlete and they're eating, let's say it's 1,500 calories a day, they're dieting for a show. And then the coach is like, I need a cheat meal on Saturday to reset or whatever. That just means the coach fucked up. That's it. The coach messed up. And so they're adjusting that by giving more calories. So let's say you're eating 1,500 calories a day, then Saturday you need to cheat 3,000. Why? Because you're so lean, you deserved it, you earned it. No, the coach is just not going to say, you know what, you should have been eating 1,900 all week and the cheat day should be still 900. The coach says, no, it's 3,000 cheat deal because you're just so good. No, if you're that good, the coach should allow you to eat more all the time. So cheat meals are the coaches making up for screwing up earlier in the week.
Is there a limit to how many calories you could absorb in a day? Like,
no.
So if I eat 20,000 calories in a day, I'm going to gain, if I burn 2,000 naturally, I'm going to gain a few pounds of fat from that one meal.
You would probably have maybe, let's say, 10% of those calories that would just be excreted because it can't be digested at that point. But like 20,000 calories, I mean, we're getting an example of something that I don't think you physically could do. Like, I've tried to eat that kind of volume of food. I don't think you could do that. Like, there's a very difficult challenge in the YouTube world. It's eat 10,000, burn 10,000. Very rare can somebody do it. Now, I don't think that eating 10,000 is necessarily hard. Burning 10,000, if you're fit, it's not that hard. I could do it, of course, but doing it at the same time is hard. But 20,000, no one could do this. And so if you eat 20,000, you're not going to just shit out 10,000 calories and not gain it, but you will not absorb it.
I thought there might be a life hack there. Like you could only absorb 10,000 calories a day.
So yeah, that's why I thought you could just have one meal where you just like eat whatever you want. And
12,000.
It's like, I'm not. It's not calorie for calorie.
Trust me, I've binged in the past. I didn't know what I was doing my whole life, and I would have some days where I'd eat 10,000. I remember the first bodybuilding show. I tracked all my calories. I remember writing 2,000, 2,200. It was in that range. I'm dieting for my first show, and then I went to like a all-you-can-eat pizza, and it was 7,000 calories, and then it took me a week to get back to where I was. It's like one meal. Now I screwed up in the whole week. I'm going to have to diet to get back to that. There's no one meal. I'll just like not absorb it. Now, if you develop an eating disorder and you become bulimic, then yeah, you eat 5,000 calories and it's in the toilet, then it doesn't count. Or if perhaps you're using laxatives, or there's some tricks that people are doing that we don't really want to talk about.
Okay, so this is, what about diarrhea? Let's say you eat 10,000 calories and you just got explosive shit afterwards. Do you still absorb all the calories?
No, definitely not. And I mean, if you have certain diseases like, let's say, Crohn's disease, a lot of those calories are coming through. Or I've suffered from different problems where I'm like really sick and you just can't absorb, and you're eating foods and it's going through you. You don't absorb all the calories. So like people, it's calories in, calories out. But if I eat 1,000 calories and it's nuts and corn and it's not been digested quickly enough and it just goes through me, then the calories out, it's like, well, some of those calories are going out in the toilet. Let's say you eat 1,000 calories and 200 or 300 are excreted that way. Well, there's 300 there, and then maybe I burn off 500 calories on a bike. It all adds up in certain ways. So yeah, I mean, there's some foods that are not digested the same. Like even though a food has, let's say, 1,000 calories, doesn't mean your body can necessarily get all 1,000 from them. If it's coated in something, or if there's certain chemicals you're taking at the same time.
That would be crazy. Just imagine this, a spray that you spray on the food. Like, the outside of corn, right? You can't really digest. Imagine a spray you spray on the steak. You eat the steak, but the steak is coated in something that doesn't break down your body. And then, but you could eat whatever you want to, and then it passes through you.
Well, you're probably aware of like,
does it come out in the same form? That,
yes.
Okay, we got to stop talking.
Can
my
you
grandma
picture?
Watches this, she doesn't like these conversations.
There's breads that have like ridiculous amounts of fiber that are not digestible, and so they have very low. Like there could
like
be
the keto stuff.
Well, it could be a 200. Yeah, I guess like a 200 calorie bread. It's got like 32 grams of fiber or 30 grams of fiber, and so those fibers aren't digestible depending on what type of fiber it is. So a lot of times you are able to eat these more bulkier foods with less calories because it's literally going through. Your body can't digest it.
What would you say are the biggest fast food or just restaurant home cooked meal diet hacks?
I mean, I think that you should make your own protein ice cream at home. It's been my savior. I used to have the videos with the ice cream over the head. You use some protein powder and some ice and some fruit, and you blend it up, add some guar gum or xanthan gum to make it really thick, and you're literally eating ice cream. Now, you might have heard like a Ninja Creamy. These are just, for me, these are life-changing diets for me. I cannot believe how satisfying it is and how good it is, because my biggest weakness as a cheat is ice cream. As a kid, I would eat 2 liters. I've done this a long time. I would just have crazy epic cheats with 2 2-liter ice creams. I love ice cream. And the fact that I could eat every single night on a diet, a massive like 1.5 liter ice cream thing with like the spatula and just go to town and be so full and be like, that was 400 calories. I mean, how can you not lose weight? Versus eating a 2,000 calorie 2-liter ice cream, I'm eating 400 calories, and maybe it's not as good. It's 80%, but to me that's enough. And now I have the Ninja Creamy. I have those every single night. To me, that's a huge hack. The second biggest hack that I've had for myself had to be the anabolic French toast. Because people are like, you can't eat bread on a diet. And I'm like, for 20 years, I've been eating this French toast where you don't have the egg yolk and you have the whites and like some cinnamon and sugar twin and maybe put blueberries on it. And it's just so good, but it has half the calories of a regular French toast. So you eat till you're full for half the calories. And so how do you not lose weight? You're full on less calories. Simple.
The Ninja Creamy is something I've heard so many people.
Yeah, I've heard so much.
Do you recommend that?
100%. Literally every single night I have a Ninja Creamy now. Now, before I used to have the big blender and I would make it myself. Every night I just put in there, blend, and it's delicious. Like it usually has 300 calories, 50 grams of protein, and it literally tastes like ice cream, and it's about 2 cups worth. Versus, I'll say about 1,000 calories for like a Haagen-Dazs or Ninja Creamy. So I'm saving 700 calories a night, and I'm having 50 grams of protein with that. And so imagine 700 calories times 7, 4,900 calories. You're looking at over a pound of fat a week that I'm losing just by having this change. If I switched and had the regular ice cream, I could literally be gaining over a pound of fat a week.
Now, one of the biggest traps with healthy snacks is just how misleading they are. A lot of protein bars I've noticed still spike your blood sugar, contain hidden sugars, or contain ingredients you can't even pronounce. And then you're hungry again an hour later. That's why we love the sponsor of this clip, War on Sugar. They make a bar that actually keeps your blood sugar stable, tastes great, and contains ingredients that you recognize.
War on Sugar bars are amazing. They're designed specifically to avoid insulin spikes, and their sweetness comes from monk fruit, which is exactly how they stay sweet without getting that blood sugar response. Plus, they use healthy fats and natural fiber to slow digestion and keep energy steady. And the result is amazing. It's no spike, no crash, and no craving afterwards, just clean, sustained energy that actually lasts.
And the ingredients list is refreshingly simple. No sugar alcohols, no preservatives, no natural flavors. Everything comes from real nuts, real fruits, and real cocoa.
So whether you're watching your blood sugar, eating low carb or keto, traveling or training, or you just need a grab-and-go bar that actually fills you up, War on Sugar is that bar.
They've got great flavors like lemon blueberry, peanut butter pistachio, and chocolate peanut butter crunch.
Seriously, guys, I highly recommend it. Just go to waronsugar.com and use code ICED10 for 10% off your first box. Once again, that is waronsugar.com. ICED10 is the code for 10% off your first box. I have a problem. When I eat, I spike and I crash and I cannot focus. I do not suffer that with War on Sugar bars, so I highly recommend it. Thank you so much to War on Sugar for sponsoring this clip.